Hi, good morning everyone. I am Dr. Ishita Visikar. I am a consultant obstetrician and gynecologist and an IVF specialist working in Chinmaya Hospital, Boisar. So here I am today at the platform of Fable Doctor, wherein I am going to answer some of the very common questions amongst women. A vaginal delivery can affect or weaken or loosen muscles of the vagina. Should women go for a cesarean delivery in order to keep an active sex life post having children? So here comes the answer. It is not an absolute indication to go for a cesarean section just to have an active sex life, so as to not have your perineal muscles or the vaginal muscles lax. Yes, that is a fact that post delivery things like laxity of perineal muscles do occur, but it was in the past era where a woman had used to undergo multiple vaginal deliveries. They used to have a lot of children, and there was not proper spacing of deliveries between first child and the second child, and they used to have 7 or 8 or 10 deliveries in their reproductive period of time. So after you get delivered, there are few postnatal exercises. There's Kegel exercise which you can do post delivery after 15 days or a month, which can regain your strength of the muscles of perineal muscles and the ligaments, wherein your active sex life won't get affected. I have heard that post pregnancy sex has natural birth control since the woman does not ovulate. Is it true? And when should one take birth control measures? So now, this is another very common question amongst all the females. So the answer to this is, post pregnancy sex is not a birth control measure per se. It is like post pregnancy, the woman is in a lactational amenorrhea, like that is the breastfeeding phase. So post delivery, around 3 weeks, after 3 weeks usually women start menstruating, but some women don't menstruate till 3 months also. But lactational amenorrhea is actually a 100% contraceptive method unless the woman is exclusively breastfeeding the child, which is not the case in today's scenario, because people top feed. Women tend to top feed during night times, so it is not an exclusive breastfeeding these days. So I would not ask you or tell you that the lactational amenorrhea period is a complete 100% contraceptive period these days. So ideally till 3 weeks post delivery is okay, that if you are having active sex and not using any contraceptive measure. But after 3 weeks, once you start menstruating, or even if you don't start menstruating, after 3 weeks you should go in for some contraceptive method, and the best contraceptive method during lactational period is either intrauterine contraceptive device, that is any form of copper teas, or you can use progesterone only pills. Or else the best thing is, in today's date there are certain copper teas which are post placental IUCDs. Like as soon as you get delivered, as soon as your placenta is removed post delivery, a copper tea is inserted at the same time. So then you are relaxed, then you do not have to think of conceiving again accidentally. The another question is it safe for a woman to get pregnant within a year of the first delivery? So this is an absolute no. The woman should not get again pregnant after first delivery within a year. Why? One is, during pregnancy the woman undergoes a lot of physiological changes and hemodynamic changes. Okay, a lot of nutrition is gone to the first child during her pregnancy, plus the mother is still lactating, as in the mother is still breastfeeding the first child. So during that it requires almost 3 to 6 months or sometimes to a year for all the nutrition to get replenished in the mother itself. To replenish the stores again, it takes 6 months. Okay, 6 months to a year. post pregnancy, like post delivery. But now the thing is, the woman is already breastfeeding the child, so in that case again her stores are getting used to feed the baby. So to get those things replenished, it requires another 6 months. So at least 6 months to a year every female breastfeeds the child, right? So after that she requires another 6 months to a year to get her stores replenished. It is in the guidelines that you should at least have 2 to 3 years of birth spacing between two deliveries or between two conceptions. Are women more prone to UTI? Yes. The answer to this is yes, women are more prone to UTI. Why? Because according to the National Institute of Diabetes and Kidney Diseases, women are more likely to develop UTIs. Overall, UTIs are 14 times more common in women than what is found in men. In my clinical practice, it is like 1 in every 10 women have come with the same complaint of incomplete micturition or burning micturition or itching or incomplete voiding of urine or increased frequency of urine. Okay, so it is very common. So why is it common in women? First, the woman has a shorter urethra. It is only 4 centimeter in size as compared to the males who have 20 centimeters of urethra. Then in women, the lower 1/3 of urethra is continuously contaminated with pathogen from the perineal region, from the vaginal region. Also the rectum is very close. The genitals are very close to the urogenital system. Okay, the urinary system, that is the exterior 1/3 of the urinary system, that is urethra. Then women tend not to completely void the urine as men do. And the fourth but not the least is the female urogenital system is exposed to bacteria during intercourse. Every time you go in for intercourse, the urethra, also the genital system, they are very much in contact or they are more exposed to the pathogens, to the bacteria while having intercourse. So that is the reason why females have more exposure to UTI or they commonly acquire urinary tract infections.